CEO takes over two other companies. Try telling the two other companies that it's not consolidation. But be it as it may, this is quite a lot of. We had Senator Dan Innes, state senator, on the show Friday. We had Senator Gray call in last Thursday when I brought this up. This is quite a behind-the-scene process now. So here's the irony with all this. Making decisions like this, good or bad or indifferent, is our four universities are facing declining enrollment. Let me repeat that. Our full-year universities in New Hampshire, especially of New Hampshire students, but firstborn or New Hampshire students, are facing declining enrollments. So they've already had budget cuts, and I don't know if there's more fat cut. Imagine at UNH Durham there's more than Plymouth State and Keene State College. Oh, what a mind. Usually with some schools they get pretty well endowed administratively, and the senior academic folks, a lot of them to run the ship, if you will, get paid a lot of money. But that's I'm not a budget person. But here's the question that I asked Senator Gray, and I'm going to ask people as we go forward in the state. Someone better realize this quick. Let me repeat that and be real, crystal clear and simple. The growth in higher education in the state of New Hampshire is not the four-year universities. They're trying to hold on. They're trying to hold on to what they got. So the growth isn't there. The growth is in our 7 community college campuses and system. The community college system is growing like a rocket ship going up, with more people applying to go there for 2-year associate's degree. It's being driven by the market, driven by people that don't want to be in debt for 20 years or 10 years, being driven by the fact that someone gave me the numbers earlier. Listen to these numbers. This is from earlier, one of the officials. I'm not going to say the name. I'm going to respect the privacy or the, I'm just going to respect the information. State tuition, room and board for New Hampshire kids. Out-of-state kids or more. This is for New Hampshire students, UNH Durham. All in. Room and board, everything for New Hampshire for 3 universities.
Please subscribe.
$20,000 a year.
Out here driving around in New Hampshire.
By one of the folks, officials. Excuse me, Plymouth State University, 20. That's just for New Hampshire kids. Out-of-state students, much more. 45, 29, and 31. So, arguably, UNH Durham is about a $15,000 higher for New Hampshire students. And that's not just tuition, it's room and boards and everything all in. Room and board, dorm room, tuition, food, on-campus thing. $45,000 and about $30,000 for Plymouth and Keene. You can get an associate's degree, part-time or full-time, from one of our community colleges. I think $7,500 a year. They have 15-week medic tech assistant type programs. 15 weeks get a degree. So community colleges, the demand for enrollment is growing, and also kids and children who've been students of each companies as undergraduates or college students. So I've supported both of these that way. I think I got a sweatshirt, might have been a sweatshirt and a hockey hat for the checks to UNH from the state. What the point is this?
Whoa, excuse me. Good stuff.
Our 3 universities going as it is. Versus big contracts, programs, and budget.
Let's see.
Why don't you look at the growth in the community college systems?
Downtown, city of Concord.
Harness that growth and integrate
I can turn this off
if you
want to see it without the infrared on.
Why do you harness?
Let me know.
New Hampshire Technical Institute, Lakeshore Community College, Great Bay, Manchester National, why do you key out west? Why do you harness the community colleges where you're getting more growth, put them right on the campuses of our 4-year universities and or Keene State College? Why do you harness them? Why do you have the community college driving the show versus the 4-year university? But that won't happen. You know why? Because it makes a lot of sense, because it's out of the box, it's innovative, it's entrepreneurial. Those are 3 things that don't fit in 4-year universities. entrepreneurism, innovation out of the box. It doesn't fit. What fits in universities is slow pace like a turtle, turf wars among academia. I mean, University of New Hampshire, you can't even have a multi-billionaire business entrepreneur teach part-time business college, courses if they don't have a graduate degree, a master's degree is what I was trying to think, a master's degree for business. You can't have an entrepreneur go teach, and they could run circles around a business professor who's never created a private sector job in some cases. But innovation, out-of-the-box thinking, and entrepreneurship do not fit in our four-year universities. The growth in New Hampshire's future for higher education is not in our four-year universities. They're just trying to hold on to what they do. They're just trying to hold on. And it's like a business or a restaurant. When you're trying to hold on, your business is usually going to go down and shrink each year. When you're growing is when you're
Shrinkage.
when you're able to grow. But when you're just trying to hold on, it just shrinks.
Oh,
So
not good.
community colleges are growing. We should harness the energy, the synergy. We should put those community colleges right on the campuses of the four-year universities in New Hampshire and integrate them, including the dorm rooms and everything, the athletic fields. Put them right together, and you'll have growth. Otherwise, you're just holding on to what you got with that shrinkage.
Oh,
Some commentary in higher ed. Hey, I'm saying Google, but a Pulse of H back with Tom Brown.
definitely hit our quota for the word shrinkage today.
This is the Pulse of New Hampshire.
I want to say that was a good eight shrinkages.
And the match is about to begin.
I think we might go back to infrared.
There'll be some substitutes tonight. What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field. It's a dog, but they can do with extra players.
Hello, funny. Hello, micro cool.
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you take
Thanks for
positive
joining.
prescription medications
Appreciate it.
ask your doctor if they're
If you
right
would
for you.
be so kind
Pfizer
to drop me a sub,
Sponsored by Pfizer.
that would be awesome.
It's never been more accessible, right from your phone. And here in New Hampshire,
Appreciate it.
rapid expansion
Maybe
of
drop
convenience
off,
TV
maybe drop a comment on
by the New Hampshire Council for Responsible
favorite spots in New Hampshire.
State Summit. New Hampshire University in Manchester. Join expert and community leaders as they tackle the challenges and share real solutions. Be informed, be involved, be part of the answer. National Anthem is proudly brought to you by Taylor Rental College, your favorite party and tool rental store in the Capital Region's only independent Cup Cadet dealer. Call or text us today, 603-224-1931 or TaylorRentalConcord.com.
Good morning, New Hampshire, from the New England College Studios. Now back to Jack Heath on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
I'm just watching some of the main media cover this story in Biddeford. Well, jumps to conclusions. Let's wait and find out what happened in Biddeford being sort of a 4:44 day. We'll have a press conference soon, but there was a federal immigration enforcement warrant served in Biddeford, Maine. 4 shots fired, suspect dead. FBI in the scene all morning. ICE immigration agents, local state police imagine as well. And we don't know anything about the suspect yet. We'll learn more as the day goes on. Some good news on a Monday. Temperature-wise, going to feel like 100. Tom Raphael, President and CEO of
Bringing the heat.
Dental. Some good news on a Monday. it away, Tom.
Good morning, Jack. Yeah, a lot of exciting news. We're running up Loon Mountain on Sunday, and I know you're a skier, so the last part of the race is literally running or crawling up Upper Walking Boss, which if skiers know this if you ski at Loon, but it's a double black diamond going down, but you're actually running the other way running up. And the winner was not Joseph Gray, who was injured. He's from Colorado, world champion, 8-time winner of the Mount Washington Road Race, but a younger guy from Colorado, Mika Rousseau, who's equally as elite as Joe and equally nice as a person. So Mika won it under an hour, and Amber Zimmerman, not Amber Ferreira, who was fifth, but Amber Zimmerman won it for the women. It was quite a great day at Loon. And while that was going on, we had the mobile dental clinic both Saturday and Sunday at 2 Delta at our parking lot. And basically what we've done, Jack, is we've set up mobile dental clinics all across the state. We've totaled about 500 of them now. So to the extent that someone on Medicaid can't get access to a dentist, we bring dentistry to the folks. So on my way up to Loon Saturday, I stopped in, met some great people at the mobile dental clinic, and they are so appreciative of the access. So sometimes, perceptions are out there, but these folks are really appreciative of having access. And then when I returned on Sunday, saw another set of folks. So we did I think a great job, probably seeing in total for the whole weekend, 30 there. In addition to it being in Concord, we had a second set of mobile dental clinics up at Lebanon City Hall in Lebanon, New Hampshire. So we're out there doing that, and veterans are keep calling me at 223-1300. We're well over $1.5 million in investments for the veterans community in New Hampshire, and about $1 million in Maine. And that program works really simple. I'm so glad you're comfortable calling me now. Just call me at 223-1300, or you might get Dr. Jeff at 223-1400, and we'll take care of you in a couple of weeks. And then one other fun thing that happened Friday night, I threw a perfect first pitch at Memorial Field in Concord for the Legions League, and I still have the right arm going, Jack, pretty well. And then really exciting, Thursday night, we introduced Delta Dental Lobby at the Whittemore Center. So when you go to hockey games this fall, and the first game is in mid-October against Michigan State, and I'm hoping to grab my two sisters, one who lives in Colorado and one who lives in Florida, but one of my sisters was a Spartan and went to Michigan State, and my other sister graduated from UNH.
What's everybody up to today?
So I want to see them go to the Spartans and Wildcats game, and that's early on in October. So I'm going to kind of drag them up, and hopefully
Monday here in New Hampshire.
Durham, and they'll also, and my sister graduated from UNH, so it's pretty cool. So
Driving around.
Them come up and see Delta Dental Lobby, and it's more of a community
Car
center.
lot, truck lot.
Obviously, it's helping the hockey team. And by the way, Jack, I know you're a hockey player, but the hockey players are getting bigger and bigger. They've been working out all summer and going to school. And these young men are really big guys, really ripped, and I think the current coach, his daughter has arthritis, and he's been very helpful to me in some of the arthritis initiatives that we've done. I'm chair of the Northern Arthritis Board, and he's been very helpful with some of my activities in that area. And then to Fur Connected, you know how I love the Connected W. So Charlie Holt, who's a legendary coach.
Yeah, I knew him, yeah.
You knew Charlie. So his granddaughter, Ashley Mullaney, Brenda Mullaney, used to work at UNH, and so I was at a football game with Brenda, and Ashley was just a young woman at that time, and she said, geez, I might be interested in becoming a dentist. So we spent some time at a football game talking about dental. She ended up getting interested. She ended up going to Tufts Dental School. She ended up receiving a Delta Dental scholarship, and now she's a practicing dentist in the Dover area. So these kind of connections come all around, and veterans are getting comfortable calling. It hasn't always been that way. Rubik's Cube. You get like 30 minutes, taking off your time. So that's basically the way I run now. I'm going to try to, focus on that. So in any event, that's the story.
Are you going to run tomorrow?
Well, we'll see now. Yeah, definitely. And,
What about tomorrow?
tomorrow, just a small jog until I want to sort of recover.
Stuff. Yeah.
You got it.
All right.
So
Great
we'll,
stuff.
all right, we'll talk on Friday. Thanks,
Thank
Jack. Yep.
Tom Raffio, great partner and sponsor. All right, tomorrow we're already full load. We're going to have an update on what's happening in Biddeford, Maine. Press conference going to be happening soon. Federal law enforcement out of Boston on the way. Immigration enforcement, FBI situation. Early this morning, about 8:15 a.m., I just know one of the streets, I think it was Poole Street and maybe Hill Street in Biddeford. One suspect they were after, or I don't know if they were serving a warrant, but shot and killed, according to eyewitness reports, a total of 4 shots they heard. ICE, immigration enforcement agents there, and FBI, Magic State Police, I'm not sure, but that's going on. Federal agents in Maine. Imagine that's going to get somewhat of a reaction in the state of Maine. I just watched one of the media outlets posting a video on social media where there are already protesters with anti-ICE signs and the F word. Get the blank out of Maine. The reporter respectfully, nicely asked this woman, she said they killed an innocent suspect. And here's the video, and he said, do you know anything about the suspect? He said, I'm a member of the media, and we've heard nothing on who the suspect is, if they were wanted, or any criminal history. And all the woman says, if they were ICE agents, the suspect had to be innocent. State of Maine this morning, Biddeford, more later, and tomorrow as we have it. All right, stay cool this afternoon, upper 80s. Real feel tomorrow near 100. Hey, Alexa.
Real hot.
Also, it's Jack Heath. We'll catch you.
Don't function too well in the hundreds.
Energy. The energy you need to live your life. Nothing is more important to you or to us. At Eversource, we focus on making that energy safe, reliable, and affordable. We know the back roads, the mountain towns, the ice storms that are rolling fast. That's why we are always working, heading out when others head home. Making the grid that delivers the energy New Hampshire needs as solid as granite. We're investing in the system to reduce outages overall and shortening them when they do happen. Just last year, roughly half of customers who lost power got it back in under 5 minutes. And we've continued to be among national leaders on outage metrics since 2019. We're building a grid that's stronger and smarter, ready for New Hampshire weather and a more cost-effective energy future for all of us who call it home. Eversource, your control, your peace of mind, your energy. To learn more, visit eversource.com.
WTPL Hillsborough, Manchester, the Granite State home for news, information, and discussion. This is the Pulse of New Hampshire.
Succession. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. After the sudden passing of longtime South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham, President Trump is recommending Graham's sister be appointed to finish his term. Ends January. South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster will announce his choice later today.
Darlene Graham Nordone was largely raised by her brother after their parents, both children, were young, and she remained a constant presence in his life, often appearing at campaign events. A special election is set for next month to pick a new Republican nominee. Graham was running for re-election. The governor has indicated he'll fill the vacancy with a caretaker and not someone seeking criminal impact.
By Senator Graham.
Because he was.
By Senator Graham.
Because he was. Berlin was tireless advocate for Ukraine's freedom. He saw that America's national security interest was at stake.
Blumenthal also offered reassurance to the Ukrainian American community that support for Ukraine will not fade away. The U.S. and Iran accusing each other of ceasefire violations after trading more strikes over attacks on commercial ships. President Trump telling Fox,
So we're going to keep the strait, and we'll probably run it. We'll become the guardian of the strait. Maybe we'll call it the guardian angel of the strait.
also saying the U.S. should be reimbursed for security efforts in the Strait of Hormuz after its insisting Iran will not be allowed to charge tolls for passage. The president also says the U.S. is reinstating a naval blockade of Iranian shipping in the strait. America is listening to Fox News.
The Fox News Books podcast returns for a third season with all American patriotism, hosted by Fox and Friends weekend co-host Rachel Campos Duffy. Celebrate 250 years of America's greatness through the stories of service, family, and pride that encapsulates the American dream. Join Rachel as she highlights traditional American values that have been at the core of this nation for 250 years and will continue for the next 250. Follow and listen now at foxnewspodcast.com.
America, raise a glass to our 250th birthday with the Fox News Wine Shop, featuring limited edition USA 250 wines. Plus, get 20% off your first purchase with code FNRadio20. And remember, wines are delivered straight to your door, so don't wait. Order now at foxnewswineshop.com and use code FNRadio20 to save. 20% discount excludes one clubbers and cannot be combined with any other promotion. Expires July 31st, 2026. Must be 21 or older to order. Please responsibly.
In Manhattan has revived more than 500 private lawsuits against Tylenol maker Kenvue. Parents and pregnancy could cause autism and attention hyperactivity disorder in children. The appeals judge says a district judge improperly excluded testimony from expert witnesses. The lawsuits were dismissed in December of 2024. Doctors and medical societies consider acetaminophen, the active ingredient in Tylenol, the preferred treatment for pain and fever during pregnancy. Kenvue has long maintained that Tylenol is safe and says there is no firm scientific evidence of such a link.
Fox's Shane Kostoma. As a federal crackdown on healthcare continues, new recommendations on how to stop fraud in Obamacare.
Last year, the Government Accountability Office, or GAO, released 160,000 unauthorized changes have been made to ACA health plans in the federal marketplace. In this GAO report, they focused on the agents and brokers who sign people up for healthcare plans, finding that while the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services ensures agents and brokers are licensed, this doesn't stop bad actors from abusing the system as they're the ones making commissions. The GAO found consent documentation for consumers can easily be forged, and that agents and brokers are still sharing their credentials. One recommendation is that agents be required to send